Coach O, thanks for taking the time. The Mountain West Championships last week. Unfortunately, you fall to Nevada, but it was an excellent season. But let's just touch on that just a little bit. Tell me about your response to that.
Yeah, thanks, Brian. It was tough. You know, we faced a really good Nevada team. Our guys felt confident going in. You know, we had a win under our belt over the weekend. We beat a solid UNLV team, and you know, I think we came in with some confidence because when we played Nevada at their place last month, we were, you know, within an inch, a point of taking them down. And so I felt like, you know, it was a good matchup for us. But we just didn't play well. You know, it was disappointing. You know, I felt like our doubles this year just we never found kind of the consistency that we'd had in the previous two seasons at being able to confidently go in and win doubles points. And you know, we got close. We won at number 3 doubles. Kyle Garner and Philip Deaton had a good win. Johnny and Urgin fell at number 1, so it came down to our number 2 spot. You know, Nick and Justin, who've had a good year, got to 5-all. Actually, we were up 5-4, and I don't think we won another point. So you know, we were right there, and that was kind of deflating, losing that doubles point, which really would have boosted us going into singles. And yeah, singles was. Man, first sets were close. You know, we had a lot of tight first sets. We, you know, at 1 and 2, we had a 7-5 and a 7-6 that didn't go our way. And if those two go our way, I guarantee you, we push this team and we get into third sets. Our guys are so fit, you know, and just thinking back on that match, it was hot. You know, it's evening or about 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock, sun's out in Vegas. It's hot, and our guys were completely comfortable, you know, and they were strong physically. They were ready, and I felt like if we had gotten another hour into that match, it was ours.
Unfortunately, that didn't happen, but I know there's a little somber tone right here as we're talking, but a lot of great things happened with your team this year. I mean, Freshman of the Year, Bill Deaton. Just talk to me about how, you know, you guys have advanced and made some strides this season.
Yeah, I was really happy to see Philip get announced as the Freshman Player of the Year. You know, we haven't had that in 20 years here. It was a great honor for him, and he deserved it. You know, he started the year at number 5, won all his matches at 5. We moved him to 4. He kept winning at 4. Moved him to 3. Moved him to 2. And he won matches at 2 in conference. You know, and so he was the Freshman of the Year. You know, deservingly. And so that was great to see. He also was an all-conference player. You know, so we haven't had that before as a freshman. And then Urgin Kirsten also was named an all-conference player. So we had 2 guys, you know, in singles. That's the second year we've done that in a row. And then Johnny Mascani, our team captain, and Urgin Kirsten got all-conference for doubles. So I think that was a really good recognition of, you know, the strides that we've made as a team. You know, even though we didn't finish where we wanted to in the conference standings, to get individual players recognized by the coaches, hey, that this team has got some good players. And so that was really great to see.
Talk to me about Johnny and Justin and what they've left with this team.
Yeah, you know, finishing their match, man, it was tough. Yeah, watching them, you know, finish their last few points as Air Force tennis players, and you know, we had a huddle afterwards, and that's what we talked about. Was just, you know, we thanked them for everything they've done. You know, they were our COVID class. They came in, and the world turned upside down. They went home. You know, their whole freshman year was crazy, and so, you know, really their sophomore year was also crazy, and it was never smooth for them while they were here. Everything was up in the air, and they were so steady, you know, and they stayed with it. They worked hard. They got better. They were great leaders on our teams, and they're going off and, you know, going to do great things in the Air Force. Johnny's going to pilot training. He's really excited about that. Justin's going to med school. I couldn't be happier for these 2 guys. And what, you know, they've left such a great example for our underclassmen. Nick as our only senior next year, Urgin Kirsten, Luke Wolf. Those guys are going to just learn from them, and, you know, our freshmen will step up in their shoes.
It is nice that you have, I think, you know, with Philip Deaton moving all the way up to 2, now you had Nick and Urgin have both played at number 1. That's a pretty strong 3 players at least coming back next season.
Yeah, you know, we've got some youth, and, you know, I feel like that gives some optimism for the guys that are returning. You know, that we had really good production by our younger guys this year. You know, Jack Brown, stepped up in the beginning of the season and it was really crucial to us getting some of the early season wins. You know, he'll be back. A.J. Moore got a lot of reps in toward the back half of the season, and he'll be ready. Phillip coming back. I mean, those guys are solid. Kyle Garner, a sophomore, had a great year in doubles this year. He got more time in doubles than he got in singles last year. You know, so he'll be ready to come back. Like I said, we've got a good group coming back, and we have a good incoming class. So we're really excited about the future.
For sure. Dan Oosterhouse, thanks for the time. Congrats on what was a marvelous season, even though it looks tough right now.
Yeah, thank you very much, Brian.